Hi everyone, today we're going to learn how to divide polynomials. We have two different kind of polynomial divisions. One is synthetic division and the other one is long division. But before starting to learn about these two, we need to know two different things that we have to do before starting any kind of division. Whenever two polynomials are given to us and we want to divide them, first of all, we need to list all the terms in descending order. For example, in this polynomial that is given, all the terms are not in descending order. So I need to put them in descending order. So you start with the term which has the highest power, 3x to 4. The next power is 2. So I'm going to write plus x to 2. And then the last one is negative 1. So this is how we put them in order. The next thing is find the missing term and replace it with a zero coefficient. So whenever we have the terms in order, then we need to see if we are missing any term or not. For example, in this case, we have 3x to 4, and then right after that we have x to 2, but we are missing x to 3 here. And also after x to 2, we are missing x to the 1, because we know that the constant term always has x to 0, and in between them we are missing x to 1, and over here we're missing x to 3. So if I want to rewrite this polynomial, I'm going to write it like this: 3x to 4 plus 0 x to 3. So the missing term is going to be written here with a coefficient of 0, and then the next term was x squared, then x to 1, which I'm going to write it as 0x, and then the last one is negative 1. So now this polynomial is ready to divide. Also keep in mind that we're going to do this to both dividend and the divisor of the division. So both polynomials need to be in order and also need to be founded the missing term. Let's start with the synthetic division. We're going to divide these two polynomials by synthetic division. First of all, whenever you want to use synthetic division, your divisor should be linear. So you can only use synthetic division if divisor is linear. Otherwise, you cannot use synthetic and you have to use the long division. Okay, so let's start. The first thing that we need to do for this polynomial and this one is to put them in order, as we just talked about. Well, these are already in order, so we're good in that case. And then we need to find the missing term. As we see, we have 3x to 4 and then 8x to 2. So we are missing x to 3 here. We're going to add it with a 0, and then after that you have x and the constant term, so there's no missing term here. And also here the first one is x to 1, and right there after that we have constant, so again we're not missing any term here. So I'm going to write the polynomial again here: 3x to 4 plus 0 x to 3 minus 8x squared minus 11x plus 1. And we want to divide this by x minus 2. The first thing that we need to do is to find the corner number. So in order to find the corner number, we have to set the divisor equal to 0, x minus 2 equal to 0, and then solve for x. So I'm going to add 2 to both sides, and from here x will be equal to 2. So this is my corner number. I'm going to put these 2 on a corner here. Then I need to bring all the coefficients of all these terms over here and list them. So 3, the next one is 0, then we have negative 8, then negative 11, and the last one is 1. So now we can start our division. The first thing that we need to do is to bring the first coefficient down. So I'm going to bring this 3 down here. 3. Then we have to multiply this 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is 6. Then we add this column. 0 plus 6 is 6. The next step is again multiply 6 by 2. 6 by 2 is 12. So I'm going to write that down here below negative 8. Now we add them. Negative 8 plus 12 is positive 4. We're going to repeat the same step again here. 4 times 2 is 8. So we write it down here. Then add it with the top number. Negative 11 and 8 is negative 3. Then negative 3 times 2, negative 6. And 1 plus negative 6 is negative 5. So we are almost done. We already have the answer. We just need to write the answer in the correct form. Always the last number on the right side is our remainder. So this is the remainder. And all the numbers that you see here are the coefficients of our answer, like in this way. We start with x to the power of 0. We always start from the right number over here and the power of 0 on x. The next one is x to the power of 1. So we add 1 to the 0. The next one is x to the power of 2. And the last one is x to the power of 3. So as you see, we start from 0 and then go one step up in each term. If we had more, we could go x to 4, 5, 6, and so on. But here we stop. And then now I can write my answer. So my quotient is 3x to the power of 3 plus 6x squared plus 4x minus 3. And your remainder is negative 5. So this is how we do a synthetic division. Okay, now we're going to do the long division. Whenever two polynomials are given to you, you can always use long division. No matter if your divisor is linear, quadratic, whatever, you can always use long division. And again, the first step was to put all the terms in order, and then the second was find the missing term, which we already did here. So now I'm going to go start the division. So I have written my dividend here with the missing term and also the divisor here. So I will start. The first step is to take the first term of this polynomial and divide it by the first term of the divisor. So what is 3x to 4 divided by x? We know that this can be 3 times x to the power of 3 because the exponents of x will be subtracted. So 4 minus 1 is 3. If this is hard for you to figure out, you can also say x should be multiplied by what number to get 3x to 4. So what number should be multiplied by x to get 3x to 4? And that's 3x to the 3. So whatever works for you, you can use that. Anyway, so we figured out that 3x to the 3 should be multiplied by x. So I'm going to write this here, 3x cubed here. The next step is to multiply this 3x cubed by both terms in the divisor. So I multiply 3x to 3 by x. It's 3x to 4. Then multiply 3x to the 3 and negative 2. And that will be negative 6 x cubed. Now the next step is to subtract this term from this one. So if I want to subtract this, I need to put a subtraction sign here. As we have learned before, if I want to subtract one polynomial from the other one, this negative should be distributed to both of these. So as I distribute, the signs will be changed. So this will be negative and the negative 6x cubed will be positive. So instead of doing this, I'm going to just go ahead and change the signs. So I'm going to change the signs, as this was already positive, this was positive. Now I'm going to change it to negative, and this was negative, so it's going to be positive. So right now I'm just going to consider these green signs as the signs of my terms. So now I want to subtract the term. Just apply this operation. 3x to 4 and negative 3x to 4, they will cancel each other, so I don't need to write anything. Then 0x cubed plus 6x cubed will be 6x cubed. Then I'm going to bring the next term down, negative 8x squared. Now I divide the first term by the first term here. What is 6x cubed divided by x? That's 6x squared. So I'm going to write 6x squared here. Then multiply that by these terms in the divisor. 6x squared times x is 6x cubed, and times negative 2 is negative 12x squared. Again, I need to subtract these two terms. So as I subtract, these two terms will change their sign. So now I'm going to consider the green signs as the sign of my term. So 6x cubed minus 6x cubed cancel each other. And negative x to 4 plus 12x to 4 will be positive 4x to 4. Then the next number, negative 11x. Once again, I'm going to divide the first term by the first term. So what is 4x squared divided by x? That's 4x, because the power of 2 minus power of 1 in the x in the denominator will be x to 1. So it's 4x plus 4x, and then multiply 4x by x and negative 2. It will be 4x squared, and times negative 2 is negative 8x. Subtract the sign, subtract and change the sign, so this will be negative and positive here. Then these two will cancel each other, and we have negative 3x here. Sorry. I messed it up, I'm sorry. Okay, I fixed it. Now we said negative 11x plus 8x is negative 3x. Then we bring the last term down, plus 1. Now, what is negative 3x divided by x? Negative 3x divided by x, it's negative 3. So I'm going to write negative 3 here. Then multiply negative 3 by x, it's negative 3x. And multiply by negative 2, it's positive 6. Then we need to subtract. So we change the signs. This will be positive and this one negative. Now we just do the operation. Negative 3x and positive 3x, just 0. 1 and negative 6 is negative 5. So this will be our remainder. and whatever you see here on top is our quotient. And once again, this is how we write the answer. I'm going to write it with green color here, and let me erase this here to make some space. Okay, my quotient is 3x cubed plus 6x squared plus 4x minus 3, and the remainder is -5. So this is how we do long division. Make sure you practice a lot because we have too many numbers and signs that we need to take care of them, and it's so easy to make mistakes. So you can just make it perfect by practice. Have a great day.